Hello, for today's gentle class, have a chair and then stack 2 blocks in front of you. Go ahead and sit down. So we'll first start with the feet. So just pick your toes and the front part of your foot up, lower down, and then lift the heels up, keeping the toes down, and we'll alternate. We'll go back and forth. Toes in the front of the foot, lift up, lower back down, heel lifts up. And let's go back and forth. When the toes lift up, you'll feel the muscles in the front of your leg working. And when the heels lift up, it should be more in the back. So a couple more. If you find that you're tripping over your own feet, the one with the toes coming up, that will help reduce falls. Then pick one foot up and just start to make some circles. Try to get that joint to just move in all of the directions that it can. Then switch the direction. And switch sides. Other leg lifts up and make some circles. Just loosen up that joint. Switch the direction. Great. All right, put your foot down. We'll have to adjust these blocks to your leg length. But you can start with the right leg and rest your heel on the block. The knee will be bent, and this knee joint here is bent. And we're going to strengthen the top of the leg. This is your quad muscle, your quadricep. So what we'll do is just carefully lift the foot up, so then you're straightening the leg. So it's just bend the knee joint, straighten the knee joint. When you're straightening the leg, really squeeze that quad, squeeze the leg. Imagine engaging all around the knee, and then lower down. Take your time, don't move fast. You're just using some. We want this top muscle, this quad muscle, to really work. So slow and controlled, even hold it for a couple seconds at the top. And this will really help warm up the legs and strengthen your legs. Okay, let's switch sides. Remember, start with the knee bent. And then straighten, squeeze the top of the leg, lower down, up and down. You can challenge yourself a little bit more if you want to hold the leg at the top just a little bit longer. That's always an option. Okay, let's go back to the other leg. And we're gonna move to your hip and work on internal and external rotation of your hip. So it's gonna help loosen up the joint there. So you'll take your foot and point it out. And not only the foot, but the whole leg starts to rotate outward. And then you're going to rotate inward. So try to get this rotation of your leg and your toe pointing more to the left, inward, will help. If you want an extra challenge, lift the foot up and rotate like this. And this is much harder for the leg and the hip because it has to hold your leg in the air. But still the joint in your hip is moving around, so it's loosening up that joint. Okay, switch sides. You can start resting your foot on the block. Turn out, turn in, turn out, turn in. Move at your own pace, slow and controlled. Make sure you're really rotating this leg. And I want to add in that challenge. Lift the leg up with a straight knee. Foot turns in, foot turns out. Leg turns in, leg turns out. Great. One more sitting pose. We'll go into cat-cow sitting. So the first position is rounding your back. I like to take this step by step. So first step is tuck the chin. Next step, round the shoulders forward. Then let your spine round and lean over. And this should stretch out your back. Then come back up. Squeeze the shoulders back. Push the chest forward. Your hips will tilt forward so you create an arch, a curve in your low back. So curvy in your low back, chest lifts, shoulders back. And these are the two positions we'll go back and forth with. Round. Relax the head forward, shoulders forward, round the back, collapse the chest. You don't want a curve in your low back anymore. Now we're rounding the low back. So whole spinal muscles can get a nice stretch. And do this at your own pace. You can hold a little bit longer if that's what you need. Maybe stay on one of the sides or poses a little bit longer than the other if you feel that's what you need. Yoga's not about just doing the great easy stuff. It's about exploring the body and finding out what it needs to work on so it can help you heal, transform, just move better. Okay, very good. Come to standing. We'll push the blocks out of the way and turn your chair so that the back side is facing you. Okay, so we'll stay facing lung or the high chair, the back side. We'll hold on and then walk the front of your body to the chair. This is going to prevent you from moving forward. With our next pose, the body loves to lean forward, so hopefully this chair can be a cue to prevent you from doing that. So we'll hold on to the chair, step the left leg just back a little bit so you're resting on your toes. Now, there's two things that happen when your leg goes backwards. One, either your body wants to lean forward, so that's why the chair is there, or the low back arches a lot. So we don't want that. So to combat that, you want to strengthen your abs, not just pull the belly in, but imagine from your sternum to your pubic bone, they're kind of lifting together, pulling together, because this long muscle needs to contract. So we're going to stabilize those abs. Take the leg back. If the left leg is back, we're going to squeeze the left butt muscle. And these are the cues that should help us feel the stretch in the front of the left hip. So if the left leg is back, then you feel the stretch in the front of the left hip. You're staying up tall, abs engaged, glutes engaged. A neutral curve in your back. You'll have a little curve naturally, but you don't want too much of a curve. And then hold the stretch. If you don't feel it, then take this leg back a little bit more. And breathe through the stretch. Inhale right to that hip muscle that's being stretched. Exhale, imagine it relaxing and loosening up. Okay, shake it out for a second. Relax the belly, relax the hips. Okay, and let's do the other side. Walk up to the chair, up tall, abs engaged. Step the left, or now we're going to the right leg back, squeeze the right butt muscle. Make sure your spine didn't move when the leg stepped back, so the abs are really engaged, the butt muscles are engaged, and we're stretching the right hip right in the front. And breathe into the stretch. With every exhale, feel the muscle try and loosen up a little bit more. Okay, very good. Step out of that. Shake it out. Give the belly a break. So the next pose is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. With that, hold on to your chair. So right now my right hand is holding on to the chair. Take your legs just about shoulder distance apart. We'll start narrow. If you already practice this, you can go wide, but this is again a gentle class, so we'll do everything at a very, very beginner level. So right hand on the chair, right foot, those toes, point them towards the chair. Then the left toes will point more to the right. They're not going to be totally this way, but they are just a little bit angled. So they're not facing directly to that long side of your mat. They are angled. So left toes are angled, right toes try and face the chair, and then bend the right knee, just a little bend so it's right over your ankle. This is too far. You want it right over your ankle. And then up tall, squeeze those abs. This time we're doing more of a pull in. Butt muscles are going to really engage. And then bring your left arm out. And then look over your right shoulder. If you feel comfortable here with your balance, you can challenge by putting one finger on the chair for balance, or if you're feeling really good, lift that arm up. So this is a really basic Warrior 2. Really engage your leg muscles, engage your glutes, those are your butt muscles. Squeeze the tummy tight, the shoulders are working. The neck is actually working a bit and gaining more mobility when it's turned to look over the right shoulder. And then lower your hand down. Turn your gaze back to neutral. And then let's go to the other side. Instead of moving your chair, just keep the chair where it is, and we'll just turn the feet a different direction. So the left toes will face out to the left side. Try to get them facing the short side of your mat. Then the right toes will turn in. We're still holding on with our right hand. Bend the left knee and make sure the knee is right over your ankle. Abs engaged, butt muscles engaged. Lift the left arm up. Turn your gaze over to the left fingertips. And again, if you feel stable here, that right hand can go to a fingertip for support. If you're feeling really good, lift the arm up. And breathe. Keep checking in with all of those muscle groups that we're working with. Your legs, your hips, your abs, your shoulders, your neck. Make sure everything is strong, engaged, and feeling okay. Bring the hand down, both arms down. Turn your gaze back to center and bring your feet back. Shake it out. So that was Warrior 2. Now we're going to move into Warrior 3. Warrior 3 is a little more challenging. It is a balance pose. So we'll start just how we did before, facing the chair. And then we'll back away from the chair so our arms are straight. Then bend the elbows and lean forward just to your comfort level. Then lift the left heel up, rest on your toes. And then if you feel stable here, lift the left foot up. If you feel stable here, straighten that left leg behind you. Squeeze your left butt muscles. If the left leg is up in the air, squeeze your tummy muscles. If you feel safe here, right hand come to your fingertips. If you're still feeling good, right arm reaches up. So this is our modified Warrior 3 pose. Strength through your abs, your legs. Find a spot where you feel stable. So if you're like really shaky and rocking back and forth, take it back to the previous level that I mentioned. Just take things step by step. Okay, hands down, leg down. Shake it out. If you find yourself sitting a whole lot, this is a really great pose to do. When you sit, your butt muscles are really getting shortened, and then you're sitting on them, so it's a reduced amount of blood flow. So this shortens the glutes, and it fires them, gets the blood flowing, and so it really, really helps. It helps with back pain, it helps with walking. So having strong glutes are actually really, really important. Okay, let's do the other side. Hold on to your chair, step back so your arms are straight. Then lean forward. Lift the right heel up. Remember, we're going step by step. So stay where you feel stable but challenged. Toes, rest on your toes. Or take the leg back, straight leg, butt muscles engaged, tummy engaged. Nice long back. Left hand goes to fingertips. Left arm reaches out forward. Try to keep your gaze on one object, maybe something on the floor, on the wall. Stay focused. Keep tuning in with your body. Check in with your legs, your hips, your core, your head, your arms. Make sure everything's doing okay, doing their job, strengthening, not in any pain. And then come back down. Shake it out. Really good. So that's Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3 is its Sanskrit name. One more standing pose. Right hand to the chair. Left hand to the hip. Then bring your left foot in front of the right. If you're okay here and you're not wobbling, cross that left foot over the right. This is what I'd like to get you to, but it can throw off your balance. So if you need to stay in more of a staggered stance, that's okay too. But if you can, the goal is to get here with the legs crossed. Left hand on your hip. You're going to take your hips and push them to the left. Then side bend to the right. Engage the abs to help you come up, uncross the legs, and we'll do it on the other side. So I'm just going to turn around, left hand on the chair, right leg crosses over the left leg. Your hips want to shift out to the right side. Your arm comes up and over to the left side. Getting a great stretch through that whole side of your body. And come on back up. Engage those abs to help you come up. Wonderful. We'll now adjust the chair. Kind of how we started. So the blocks will be in front of you. Okay, let's grab one block and bring it with us as we sit down. We'll focus on strengthening our abs, our side abs right now. Those are your oblique muscles, and they're right on the side. So hold on to your block and bring your arms out. Keep your elbows straight. Back nice and straight. Tummy pulled in. And then we'll twist to the left. Don't go very far. It's not a stretch. It's an active movement. So we don't have to go very far. And then we'll go to the right. Now if I'm going to the right, squeeze the right side. Those oblique muscles on the right side. Come back to center. Start to engage the left side. Back to center, over to the right side. Just go at your own pace. Stay focused. Keep those abs engaged. One more on each side. And finish up. Let the arms rest a bit. Take a couple deep breaths. Let the belly rest because we're going to do another ab exercise. So take a little break. Be kind, compassionate to yourself. Okay, ready? Grab the block. Bring it to the left. You're still going to stay upright and face forward. My body is facing forward. It's just my arms are reaching down and to my left. Down and to my left. I'm still facing forward. Engage your whole core. Both of those side abs and pulling the belly in. Then you're going to take your arms to the right side and reach up. So that's our movement. Down and to the left, up and to the right. So first do this without moving your core, without moving your torso. Then start to add a little bit of movement, really activating those obliques that we just activated. When you look to the left and down, engage the left abs. Turning up to the right, engage those right abs. Very good. Shake out your hands. And then bring the block down and to the right. This time, keep your torso still. We're not going to move it. We're going to start that way. Engage the abs, looking forward, chest forward. Lift the block in your arms up and to the left. Down and to the right. Stay really stable in your trunk. Breathe through it. Don't hold your breath. The body needs the oxygen. Then start to move with it. Twist a little to the left as the arms are to the left. Twist to the right as the arms move down and to the right. Left abs, left angle, going to the right, right abs. One more. Really great. You can put your block down on top of the other one. Now we're going to stretch out our quad. So come to the very edge of your chair and slide your right foot as far underneath your chair as you can without falling off your chair. The knee, remove this block, the knee will start to go down. See how it's below my left one. I'm staying up tall, engaging my tummy, and this should help you get a little bit of a stretch here. Sometimes, if you need to, you can scoot to the right edge and take that leg further behind you if you need to, if you didn't feel the stretch, but just find whatever works for you. Leg can be hanging off of this right side and backwards. And let's do the other side. Left foot slides underneath the chair. Remember, you're at the edge. Abs engaged. And one side might be very different than the other, and that's okay. If one side is more tight, maybe give it some extra time on that side. Or you can scoot all the way to the left side. Bring that left leg back. And come on back up. I'm going to move my blocks to center. I'm going to rest my feet on top of the blocks. Now try to get the knees fairly straight. There can be a little bit of a bend, especially if you do have tight hamstrings, and a little bit of a bend is okay. Then we're going to straighten our back and lean forward as much as you can without rounding your back. So lift your chest up, walk the hands forward, keeping your back nice and straight. Once you've gone as far as you can go, then you can round your back, relax your head. So we're getting a full stretch on the back of the body, the back of the legs and your spine. Now slowly come up. Walk your hands back up the legs. Bring your hands back down. And that will do it for today's practice. If you'll bring your hands to heart center in Namaste, just meaning the good in me, the light in me sees the light in you. So have a wonderful day. Namaste.